Hi, this is Sharif at CGS Computers. Today we're going to be showing you how to change the font style on your body text in a WordPress site. So we're going to start off here with the standard 2017 WordPress theme. This is basically an empty, fresh install. It's the one we used from our last video where we did stuff with Google Search Console. So first we're going to go into the dashboard, and we need to pull out the CSS code that defines the fonts. We're going to do that by going into Appearance, and we're going to go down to the editor. Now, by default, when you're in the theme editor, you're going to be looking at the style.css, and that's what we actually want to be looking at. That's where we're going to find the settings for the fonts. And now, if you're using here's the actual theme, but in a production environment, you'd probably be using a child theme. If you don't know how to make one of those, there's a couple good articles out there you can find on how to do it. We're going to do a video on it in the future, and we've made a couple of child themes, but that's where you would see this. If you have a child theme, this will be generally not much in it, be mostly empty, and you would use the parent theme, which in this case will still be 2017, to find the information you need. So most good themes, even the free ones, will have a nice layout with the CSS to tell you where everything's at. We're looking for the one that says typography, and this is pretty big, so I'm just going to do a quick find to find typography. See, I've already done it once in preparation for this video. So here's the typography section. And right at the very top, you're going to see the body text. And in this particular theme, buttons, input, select, and text area, all these classes have the same text settings, so they're all grouped together. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy this. Now, if your theme has a custom CSS section in it, you're going to do this in the custom CSS section. If not, you may have to download a plugin that allows you to add CSS. If you're using a child theme, you could drop it right into the child themes style.css. For 2017, this particular theme, it actually does have a CSS editor inside the customization screen. So we're going to go into the customization for the theme, and we're going to go right into they have an additional CSS, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to paste that information right in there. Now, what's in this custom additional CSS is going to override whatever's in the theme. Right now, I've just copied the exact same thing, so it's overriding, but we haven't changed anything. And this is where we'll actually make the changes. And I'm going to pull up the About page for the site, because that's where we have the most amount of text, and we can see the changes we make. So you'll notice there's this one line that says Font Family. And font family, when I first started looking at CSS, and I'm not a trained CSS guy, I didn't really know what this meant. I knew that one of these was going to be used, but I didn't know how it decides. So basically the way it decides, after I did some research, was the web browser will try each one of these fonts in order until it finds one that it knows how to render or that's installed on your computer. So Libre Franklin, if that font doesn't work with Google Chrome, which is the browser I'm using here, it will look to Helvetica New. And if the browser doesn't have Helvetica New, then it'll go straight to Helvetica, and so on and so forth down the line. So you kind of fail over in these. And a quick way you can show that is we can actually add another font. It only starts with the first one. So we can do something very, very simple, which is like Courier. That's everywhere. And you'll notice that as soon as I finish typing it, these fonts all changed to Courier font. Now we could do Courier New. If it's a space, you have to put it in parentheses or in quotation marks. So we do Courier New, you'll see that it changes to Courier New. So that's all you have to do is you just put whatever you want in there. Maybe you want Arial instead, and now it's Arial, or maybe you want Arial Narrow, and it'll change it to Arial Narrow, so you can watch all this changing. The other things you can do, you can change all these other things too. You can change the line heights, the font weight, the font size. Now there's two different font size lines. I really don't actually know what. I believe that one of them renders for older browsers, so this is an older browser. Um, this one, the REM font size, is basically a relative font size. So there's a font size set for the parent, and so this font size states that it'll be 0.9375 times the size of the parent, which means if we were to make this 1.9, you'll see it suddenly it gets bigger, right? Almost double what the parent size is. And you'll notice if we go and we change the font size here, there are no changes, nothing's happening. And that's because we're not using an older browser. The older browser and some mobile browsers can't read this, so they'll fail to read this instead. Um, and that's pretty much it. That's how you change it. You can try different fonts. In here, you can take out maybe you don't like LibreFranken, but you like Helvetica, and you can just take all of these out, and then it'll just try Helvetica. If Helvetica doesn't work, it'll try Arial. If Arial doesn't work, it'll try sans serif. I don't know if some of the other, you'll have to look up and see what fonts you want. Eventually, you always want it to fail over to something that's pretty basic so that the browser has some type of font to render your text. If not, you may get a very non-working page that nobody really cares to see. So you'll want to ensure that you do that. Again, you can add this CSS in different places. If you have a child theme, you can add it there. We could have actually gone right into the editor and changed it, but you don't want to do that with a parent theme because anytime an update comes down, your customizations are going to get wiped out. So that's about it. Trying not to make this one too long. So if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to have some more stuff coming out. And thanks for watching.